Use my code PAY10 to get 10% off your next order of Advanced GG. The Destiny Rising beta is here, a brand new mobile game set in the Destiny universe, which provides you with new weapons, new exotics, new characters and abilities, while maintaining that same great Destiny feeling that you've grown to love. In this video, I'm going to be talking about what Destiny Rising has to offer and is it worth your time. When it does launch, it will be free to play, but at its core, it looks like it's a gacha game, so it is highly incentivized for you to be dropping real world money in this game. Although I have to stress, you can enjoy this game without spending a dime. During the short time that the alpha was available, I was able to get my hands on one of the strongest characters, Gwyn, a 5-star character, and during the alpha you weren't able to spend any money, and I didn't really have a problem unlocking that character. So join me as I dive deep into Destiny Rising to see if it's really worth your time. Destiny Rising, for those who might be new to the term, refers to a revamped and reimagined world of Destiny, a popular first-person shooter franchise. Over the years, the series has seen its fair share of ups and downs, with players eagerly awaiting a return to form. The question on everyone's mind is whether Destiny Rising lives up to the hype. One of the biggest concerns players have is whether the time and effort spent in Destiny Rising is justified. I mean, we've all been there, investing hours into a game only to find out it's not worth it. The fear of wasting time is real, especially given the franchise's past controversies. Players are worried that they might be diving into another disappointment. Another concern is the game's ability to retain players over time. We've seen games in this series lose steam after a while, leaving players feeling unfulfilled. The game's endgame content or lack thereof has been a point of contention in the past, and then there's the fear of the pay-to-win mechanics creeping in, which could further exacerbate the problem. The gameplay mechanics, story elements, and community feedback are all crucial in determining whether Destiny Rising is worth your time. On the plus side, the game does have really good graphics for a mobile game. It has a fairly engaging narrative and refined gameplay mechanics. The gunplay feels really good, just like in the original Destiny, and the new abilities look really amazing to play around with. Although everything is not sunshine and rainbows, some players have expressed concerns about the game's balance, citing overpowered characters and underwhelming enemy AI. The story, while pretty engaging than previous entries, still feels a bit disjointed at times, and then there is the elephant in the room, the game's monetization model. But in my opinion, Destiny Rising is definitely worth checking out. It's not a perfect game. This is still the beta. They're still working on a lot of stuff. They're still adding stuff, and I've spent a decent amount of time playing the game, and I've had a blast exploring all the new locations and the world and taking down enemies. That being said, the game does need some tweaks to reach its full potential. So if you're a fan of the series and you just can't get enough of Destiny, Destiny Rising is worth your time. The game's positives outweigh its negatives, but it's essential to go into this with an open mind and a critical eye. Now, what exactly does Destiny Rising have to offer? Well, it has all the core gameplay experiences that you've grown to love in Destiny 2 over there on console. You've got open world explorable locations. It has a crucible mode that is actually pretty good, and heck, Destiny Rising even offers a raid. Albeit the gameplay mechanics aren't as complicated as a raid in Destiny 2, it is a raid nonetheless, and Destiny Rising has actually done the impossible and added matchmaking to these raids, something that Bungie has been scared to do ever since Destiny 1. They have never had matchmaking for raids in Destiny 1. They don't believe that 6 strangers can come together to figure out these mechanics, but the devs over at Destiny 2 Rising took that as a challenge, added the matchmaking, and I gotta say, sometimes it doesn't go as smoothly as you would like to, but it's not impossible. It's not that hard. Once a couple of Guardians figure out the mechanics of the raid, everybody else kind of sees what's going on and then they join in to get it done. Destiny Rising also offers its own version of Gambit, and they actually have a whole bunch of other game modes that aren't in Destiny 2. You guys remember Sparrow Racing? That was only in Destiny 1, and everybody keeps asking for it to be added in Destiny 2. Well, we got Sparrow Racing in Destiny Rising before we got it in Destiny 2. And Destiny Rising actually has its own card game. If you guys ever played Witcher 3, you guys would know the card game Gwent, which is a game within the game. We pretty much have the Destiny version of Gwent inside of Destiny Rising. It's pretty fun, and it's actually a really good way to pass the time. Now, one really cool thing about Destiny Rising is that it is based off of the Destiny universe, but just in an alternate timeline. So technically, this is a prequel to where we are in the current Destiny 2 timeline. And this is before they defined Hunter, Warlock, and Titan, which means that the Destiny Rising devs are free to pretty much do whatever they want when it comes to like subclasses and characters. The main character that you start off with is called Wolf, and he's pretty much based on a hunter. But as you can see in this gameplay, he has a flaming sword like the Daybreak Warlock has in the Destiny 2 universe that we know, which I think is really cool because you have all the hunter movement mechanics, but instead of being locked to like a golden gun, like I said, you have that flaming sword ability, and you have a secondary ability where you can throw projectiles with your sword or do a flaming heavy attack. And if you get a final blow with that, it resets its cooldown. And that kind of goes for every character that's in the game. It's kind of loosely based on what we have in Destiny 2. Like there's a character called Caber, who's obviously inspired by an Arc Titan, but has slightly different abilities that you wouldn't see on an Arc Titan in Destiny 2. And then you also have Gwyn, which is obviously based on a Void Warlock, but she doesn't have your typical Nova Bomb super ability. Well, that is one thing that I think Destiny Rising really does have going for it. They can really just come up and do whatever they want, and it doesn't really have to necessarily be based around the lore of the Destiny 2 lore that we've come to know. So I've said a lot of good things about Destiny Rising, but do I have any negative things to say about this game? The only bad thing I have to say about this game is that as of right now, they have no plans on bringing this to console. With that being said, I have seen a lot of content creators and I have friends who are using like a third-party app called BlueStacks where they can open up games in the Google Play Store like Destiny Rising so they can play this on their PC. But I think the Destiny Rising devs are really missing out on a lot of players if they're just gonna keep this on mobile. I don't know if Bungie is actually telling them they can't release it on mobile. If so, that really sucks. But if any of the Destiny 2 devs or the Destiny Rising devs are watching, please release this on console. All the gameplay that you guys are seeing is actually from my cell phone, where I have an HDMI to USB-C cord hooked up from my monitor to my cell phone, which there's nothing really wrong with that, but it is kind of annoying because after a couple of hours, my cell phone battery does begin to drain and I have to call it quits. And one other thing I wanted to mention, while playing on your cell phone, I'm actually playing with an Xbox controller because the Destiny Rising app does have controller support that you can link your controller through the Bluetooth. But other than that, I don't really have anything bad to say about this. I know I didn't really get into the whole gotcha monetization thing, but that is a topic for a whole nother video. So Guardians, let me know what you guys think about Destiny Rising down in the comments. It's free to play. Are you guys gonna download it? Are you guys gonna try it out? I definitely think that it's worth your time. If you guys are new here and found this video helpful, subscribe to the channel and do not forget to go follow me over on Twitch. I've got some more early access beta codes to give out, and I've been giving them out over on Twitch, so go follow me over there for a chance to win.